Alright folks, it's Bass Action back in action here. In this video, I'm going to show you the steps to get ready to make your hexaflexagon. I'm not going to finish the whole hexaflexagon in this video. We're just going to get the first steps done and then you can bring it to class and I'll show you the rest. So, for a hexaflexagon, if you haven't already looked it up, this is a really messy one. Ours will hopefully look prettier. In fact, I have a colored one at the end of this video to show you. But it's a hexagon, clearly 6 sides. And it looks like there's an A on this side and a C on this side. But what's interesting about a hexaflexagon is that when you manipulate it correctly, you can find that there are actually 6 other sides, well, really 4 other sides total, that are hidden inside our figure. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it all set up, and then in class I will help you put it together and show you how to manipulate it to find the hidden sides that are on the inside. Alright, so to start this, you should already have your long strip of paper that I gave you in class, and you're going to start by drawing a long line at the bottom. And you want to kind of make it close to the bottom, and your ruler probably isn't going to be long enough, so you'll have to scooch it over. It doesn't matter that if your line is straight or perfect with the piece of paper, but it should be reasonably close to the bottom of the paper. So once you have that drawn, and you're probably going to need to pause this video several times to do the steps that I'm talking about, then what you're going to do is you're going to take your compass, and I have my compass set at just shy of 1.5 inches. So, you know, a little bit more than 1 inch. If you make it a whole 1.5 inches or more than that, you're going to run off your piece of paper, okay? And if you make it too small, it's going to be way too hard for you to actually manipulate. So what we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves a little starting point. I don't make mine the actual end of the piece of paper. And then you're going to put your needle on that first starting point and you're going to draw an arc that comes down and intersects your line. Okay, you don't need to make them super dark. Then you're going to move your needle to where that arc intersected your line and you're going to draw it again. And this one's a little harder for me because I'm not doing it with some padding underneath. You would want some padding under your paper, another notebook or something. And I'm going to draw it so it intersects the first arc and intersects the line again. Then you're going to keep going until you have 10 of them. You're actually going to draw 11 arcs, but there we go, I'll draw one more there. So you're going to keep going until we have 10 of them across the bottom. So you just keep going. It should make it almost to the end. So then here's one. You can see that I continued it on. So I've got all of my arcs, they intersect the line and they intersect each other and they go all the way across. Okay. And I'm almost to the end of my piece of paper. So then what we're going to do to first verify that you did enough is we're going to number these across the bottom. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to number up to 10, but on that 10th one where you've got that space, you do need this intersection right here. So you're technically making 11 of these arcs. All right, so you might need to add one there. Then once you've got those numbered, you know you have enough, you're going to take that ruler again, and all of these intersections up on the top, if you've been very careful as you've gone along and you've been precise, precision matters a lot in this process, you should be able to connect them. So my ruler is actually long enough to connect my first intersection to my last intersection. So I'm going to connect all of those and I'm going to draw in the line that connects them all. Again, precision is really important on this, otherwise your hexaflexagon is going to be pretty difficult to work with. Okay, so I've drawn in that top line connecting all those points of intersection, and then I'm actually going to switch to a smaller ruler because it's a little easier for me. Then I'm going to start drawing in some equilateral triangles. I'm going to connect this point of intersection to each of these down here. So I can start drawing those in. So I just connect. So then I've got that intersection right there. Then I keep going. So I like to do them all in one direction first. I'm connecting all of those, and I would go all the way down, first making these little parallelograms. When you do it the other way, you'll start to see all those equilateral triangles pop out and be created. Okay, so you're going to draw in and you're going to connect all of those. Once you get all of those connected, and you keep going and going and going and going, then what you'll have is it will look like this. So you'll have all your equilateral triangles in there. So you'll have 10 equilateral triangles that are facing up, and then if we go back and we number, what you'll see is that you actually only have 9 equilateral triangles at the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 10 are facing up and 9 are facing down. Okay? So you should have your equilateral triangles, all those drawn in. Don't worry about these little marks. I'll tell you later when you can erase those. Now we're going to start getting this ready to get it ready to cut out. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this first side with some patterns. So you're going to start on the far left. You want the 10 facing up and the 9 facing down. Okay, that orientation is important. And starting here at this number 1, we're going to write a little pattern and do it lightly because you might want to go back and erase it later. So we're going to do an A, B, C, and then we're going to repeat that process. A, B, C, A, B, C. Keep going. A, B, C, A, B, C, and A, B, C. And when you get to the end, you should have 1 extra. On that little extra, you're going to label that glue. That's going to be your note for the end, and that's going to where your glue is going to go. So you're never going to color that spot. Once you're this far, then you can start to cut this out. Okay, so you're going to take some scissors and you're just going to start cutting it out. So you're just going to cut along this top and this bottom very carefully. Again, precision matters. I cannot emphasize that enough here. So you're just going to start cutting, and you want to cut out this into all the triangles. So it should look like, when you're done, it should look like this. So we took off all the extra paper. I still have the 10 triangles that are face up and the 9 triangles that are face down, but now I don't have any of the numbering that I had before. So now we're going to be to this point. So you have your pattern, you have all this pattern labeled on this side, and you've got it all cut out. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to fold this. We need to make some creases because if we turn this over, we can't see the triangles on the back side. So what you're going to do is on each of these little creases here, you're going to fold these. So you're going to kind of fold this triangle back and make a really nice crisp crease right there. Okay, and I kind of like to just even unfold it, and I'm just making a little crease line on each of those little pieces. Okay, so make each of those little creases, and you're just going to keep going, and you're going to do all of them. Okay, so once you're done making all of those creases like that, you've got all those good creases, then yours will look like this. You can tell I've made a whole bunch of these so that this video wouldn't take us forever. So now, again, I still have my strip. I have my 10 up and my 9 down. I have all my nice creases. And then when I flip this over, I can see those creases here on the back side. Okay, so you need all those creases because we're going to follow those lines here in a moment. So start with your pattern up. You have all your creases. The 10 are up, the 9 are down. We're going to flip this way. So now the 10 are down and the 9 are pointing up. Your pattern on this side, what you're going to do is that it's different than the back side. You're going to go to the far left. That's where we're going to start. And now this one gets labeled glue. And your pattern becomes 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And then start over. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. If you did it right, you'll end up right at the end. Now, from here, you have one more thing that you can do. You could stop right here and bring it into class exactly as you see right here. Or if you would like, you can erase these extra little pencil marks that you've got, and you can actually color all the A's one way, the B's another, the C's another. On the back side, color all the 1's in some fashion, the 2's in another. So I've got a colored one here for you to look at. So what I did is I've got this second one, and you can see all of my A's are orange, my B's are blue, my C's are red. When I flipped it over, I still have my glue spot. I colored my green, or my ones green. I did some polka dots and some stripes. You can color yours however you want. The key is that you want to match it up. Make all the ones the same, the A's the same, the B's the same, and so on. And then bring the strip to class, and I'll show you how to finish putting it together and then how to actually manipulate it and find the sides on the inside.